Hey everyone, how's it going? Is it cold where you are? Because here it's freezing and I decided to make some kenga soup. That's right. Have you ever tried it? If you haven't, you have no idea what you're missing because it's just so good. And to warm up this winter, right, this chilly weather, how about we make a little soup? For those who don't know kenga soup, guys, the name is kind of weird, right? But well, I don't know where it comes from. So if anyone knows what region it's from, if it's from Minas, let me know down below, okay? Make a note of it because I'll check it out later, since there are so many regions, especially here where I live, and it's a huge hit. Of course, I'm going to make the soup, right? A really tasty, really delicious soup. And in this soup, there's bacon, there's Calabrese sausage, there's shredded chicken, and I'm going to give you all the tips. Speaking of the chicken, in just a bit, let me just go over the ingredients first. Just a reminder, everything you need is down below in the video description, okay? So let's get started. I'll explain to you how I made it. Here I already have the chicken breast, which I cooked. It's 600 grams of chicken breast, okay? I cooked it in water with a bay leaf, a little bit of salt, some seasoning, and a bit of saffron so it gets this color here, see, a bit more yellow. And then you just need to shred it, okay? Here it is, look, shredded into big pieces. I have one piece of Calabrese sausage, about 300 grams, okay? Here as well, 250 grams of bacon, finely chopped. Actually, there are two bacons here, guys, but it's just one, okay? Between 250 and 300 grams of bacon. It's because one I'm going to use to decorate on top, and this one goes inside, right? That's why I separated them here. A small packet of sweet corn or a can of sweet corn, 2 tomatoes chopped and seeded. I'll talk about this broth here in a minute, what it is. You can add 2 cloves of garlic, 1 medium onion finely chopped, and a little oil or olive oil. Since I want to add some heat, I'm going to put in a piece of red chili pepper, okay? It can be a small chili pepper. Well, this broth is the broth that, oh, I forgot the cassava, but I'll get it in a moment. This broth is the one I used to cook the chicken. I used about 2 liters of water, okay? And then I cooked the cassava. Actually, the cassava is right here. Look at this. There's 1 kilo of cassava. Can you see it clearly? 1 kilo of well-cooked cassava. First, I cooked the chicken, and then I put the cassava in the chicken broth, took the chicken out, right? I added the cassava and cooked it in there. So I have this broth left over here, guys. Look how great it looks. And I'm going to use it as well in the kenga broth, okay? Well, I think that's it. And there's a little more water here, which I'll talk about in a moment. Look, I cooked the chicken breast in some seasoned water with whatever you like, a little salt, a bay leaf, all right? Remove the chicken, add the cassava, 1 kilo of cassava to cook in that same water, make use of that water, add a bay leaf to make it really tasty, and let it cook. It doesn't matter if it falls apart because I'm going to blend it in the blender anyway. And all the broth that's left over, it's right here, I'm going to use it, okay? Don't throw it away. And add a little more water because since this is a cassava broth, a kenga broth, it uses cassava, right? Blended cassava. We're going to blend it in the blender. So you need a bit more water to help it blend, and later it might get thick on the stove too, so we'll need to do all that. All right, let's take it step by step. I've already shredded my chicken, made it nice and tasty. Now I'm going to blend the cassava in the blender, adding that leftover broth, and if I need to, I'll add a little more water and then I'll start frying it on the stove, okay? Let's go. I'm adding the cassava little by little here, guys. I've already removed that fiber from the center of the cassava, okay? After you've cooked it nicely and thoroughly, ensuring it's perfectly tender, carefully remove that fibrous part. Now, I'm going to proceed to blend it here, gradually, little by little, incorporating a small amount of flavorful broth to achieve a smooth and consistent mixture. And I'm going to do this, see, with all the cassava, all right? I'm going to add a drizzle of oil to the pan and start by frying the bacon and then the sausage. Guys, look, before the bacon is fully done, it's almost ready, right? I'm going to add the smoked sausage to start frying as well, okay? So fry the bacon first and then the smoked sausage. Everything nice and crispy, guys, but don't let it burn, all right? Just let it get crispy. Now I'm going to add the garlic here just a little bit, and then I'll add the onion too, okay? Stir the garlic first to release its aroma, and then immediately add the onion. Stir a little more because you need to cook to fry the onion a bit so it releases all the flavors. Guys, look at this. Isn't it wonderful? Look at this. Now I'm going to add the chicken so it can soak up this flavor too. So look, the chicken is shredded into big pieces. I'm going to lower the heat and mix it a bit. Look at this chicken. What a delicious flavor, guys. Look, this is the time for you to add a little salt or some seasoning. And I'm going to add some smoked paprika, but you can add a bit of pepper, chimichurri, whatever you like, okay? I'm also going to add the fresh ripe tomato now, letting it cook for a little while here, and the sweet corn. Did you stir it, guys? Look how beautiful this is, right? Now it's time to add the broth. So let's go, I'll add it, and then I'll explain how to finish it. I blended the pepper, guys, together with the cassava, okay? Look, there are little pieces of pepper, but that's totally up to you. If you want, you can add it. Now is the time to mix everything together and adjust with water, all right? Because it gets really thick. Look at this. So season with salt, check if it needs more salt, maybe a bit more pepper. Stir it well. I'm going to add a little more water because it's really thick. Keep adding water. It can be hot water straight into. Keep mixing and we'll thin out this broth just a bit. Meanwhile, the heat is still on, okay? And it needs to keep cooking here. To finish, guys, a little bit of fresh herbs, parsley, green onion, stir it in, and it's ready. Oh my goodness, what an amazing smell. Look at this, just look. I'm going to start serving it now. It's really hot, the stove is still on, but look, I'm already going to serve it, okay? In just a moment, you'll see it up close. Look at this. Check out the texture. I've already tasted the salt, it's ready. The only thing that seems to be conspicuously missing from this delightful spread right now, my dear friends and esteemed colleagues, is some truly wonderful, freshly baked bread. Perhaps a warm, perfectly toasted slice or two. Yes, indeed, what could possibly be absent from this otherwise perfect arrangement, everyone? There's already some pepper, but if you like it spicier, you can add more. You can also add some farofa and a glass of wine. Oh my goodness, just look at this. It's so warm, so fresh. Guys, like and share, okay? Help out this channel because this recipe is amazing.